Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Oli Harris of Racing League, which must feel like it's been a long time coming. Congratulations on the launch, first of all.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, it has. I think if you recall, about 3 or so years ago, you kindly did an interview with us, I think, at the Jockey Club rooms in Newmarket in the summer, and we were due to launch the following summer. And various reasons we've been delayed. Obviously, COVID being the latest one, but it's been great to finally get everything announced in terms of our team. So all trainers confirmed, all jockeys confirmed, race courses locked down, fixtures and venues sorted. So yeah, ready to go on July 29th.
And you've got some really big names. It's a bit of a who's who of racing, isn't it, really? Frankie Dettori, key name, of course, John Gosden, Richard Hannon, Jim Crowley, James Doyle, great names.
Yeah, I think that it was important for us to try and get as many of the big names as possible to help with the sort of prestige of the overall event. But we are also very keen, out of the 36 jockeys we have, to try and push some of the younger talent as well. So we've also got some very talented young apprentices like Laura Pearson, Safi Osborne. The 2 Irish apprentices are very highly thought of in the O'Brien team. And it's a chance for us to give all of the jockeys a chance to get their personalities out there. A 6-week competition means we can tell a lot more stories that are join the dots, if you like, from the beginning of the competition to the end. So yeah, very happy with the big names, but also very keen to promote some of the younger talent as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It sounds like it's going to be really good fun, and it's not just about the racing, is it? It's going to be a slightly different experience for fans, and of course, by the time you launch, you hope that you will have people on course.
I think, yeah, that's right. If you look at other sports, I mean, half the soap opera, let's take the Premier League, for example, it is a soap opera, and 50% of the stories around the league aren't really to do with the games. They're to do with other things that go on, rivalries, friendships, that sort of thing. And it's quite hard for racing to do that traditionally, because you jump from very, for the meetings that your viewers will watch and that people watching will know from terrestrial television. These are very big Group 1 classic meetings, for example, and we kind of jump from Derby to the Ascot of this world and things like that. Ours is going to be much more about storytelling and about people. Our horses are running at the 0 to 90 level of the handicap, so not the group level or even affecting the pattern in any way. So it really comes down to stories about jockeys, about trainers, about stable staff. And as I said, this sort of 2-month narrative gives us the chance to follow these people around, within the bubble of Racing League. They still will obviously be doing other things, but that and the fact that they ride for the same team each week. So you'll be very used to, by the end, of seeing Frankie riding for John Gosden's team in the same colours each week. And of course, they'll have a runner in all 36 races. So that kind of beating the drum of the familiarity of the colours and of the people that are riding for those teams.
And how does it work if, for example, to use Jim Crowley, if he's signed up, he's a team member, but if he's required by Shadwell to ride, for instance, in France that day, can they dip in and out?
So this is why we've got a team of 3 jockeys, and they can ride a maximum of 18 rides out of the 36 each. Right. So we know, like on our launch day, for example, we clash with Goodwood. So all of our big name jockeys, not all of them, but some of them won't be available for day 1. But that means they can ride in week 2. So what it means is that on week 1, let's take Jim Crowley, for example. If he can't make it, I'm sure that one of his teammates will be able to ride at least 3, if not 6 on day 1. And it just means that then week 2, Jim will come in and ride 3 or 4, however many the racing manager of that team deems fit. So, but this is why it's important that we do have the squad of 3, and no doubt we'll have to have substitutes as well, because people get injured, suspended and that sort of thing. But we start off with teams of 3, and hopefully our sort of really star names will be able to make all of their 18 rides.
What's the next step from now? You're going to announce the team names?
So yeah, the next step from now, the teams, as you probably noticed, have just been called Team 1, 2, 3, etc. That's because each racing team has a named commercial partner, which I believe really only happens in motorsport. Think Formula 1 with Red Bull or sailing. So we're doing something brand new here. So the challenge has been to find commercial partners that fit each team. We're doing quite well with that. We're almost all sorted with all 12. And that's the next step, is to announce those one by one. So we'll name the commercial partners. and their racing managers. So each team has to have a racing manager. That person isn't training the horses; they're just helping with the coordination and essentially being a front person for the team. So once we announce the team's commercial partners, XYZ Racing will be managed by so and so. Some of those will be people with a very traditional racing background, and some will be others that have a very keen interest in racing and keep their eye on the handicap marks, but maybe from other sports.